back to episode 2 in the ongoing investigation of criminal allegations against Donald Trump. As you can probably tell, I'm on an airplane. I'm doing everything I can to keep up with these episodes. Very difficult funding all this research myself and traveling around conducting investigations. And there is so much going on in the news. It's absolutely crazy. So let's get right back into it. Got an email from a friend from high school, and it wasn't so much of an email as it was a flame post.
Why don't you spend some of your time and brain cells on this extremely disturbing issue?
It's certainly not my intention to upset anyone. The Dakota Pipeline had come up on the Crowdsource the Truth YouTube channel as well. Whenever there's intersecting interest, I like to check these things out. So I went to the Democracy Now! Channel to check out what was going on with Amy Goodman relative to the Dakota Access Pipeline. What's going on there is absolutely terrible, and worth your attention, particularly if you're not aware of it. Something else caught my attention after the video finished. It was another clip called U.S. Foreign Policy for Sale.
A sweeping new investigation has raised questions about the little-known Trump Organization. The investigation, published in Newsweek magazine, reveals the Trump Organization is a vast financial network that stretches from New York City to India, Ukraine, China, Brazil, Argentina, Turkey, and Russia. Trump's frequent praise of Russian President Vladimir Putin has already sparked concern among national security experts about U.S. foreign policy under a possible Trump presidency.
Donald Trump has repeatedly attacked the Clinton Foundation during the primary campaign. Clinton responded Wednesday with a tweet storm. Among the tweets, she writes, quote, "While refusing to release your tax returns, how will you confirm that you do not have dangerous financial ties to bad actors abroad?"
If you haven't seen episodes 4, 5, and 6, have a look at them.
I could barely believe who was behind this investigation.
Well, for more, we're joined by Kurt Eichenwald, who is senior writer at Newsweek. He's also a contributing editor at Vanity Fair.
He's also a lying neocon propagandist who's been called out in almost every episode of Crowdsource the Truth.
And author of the book 500 Days, as well as The Informant. Welcome to Democracy Now!, Kurt. Why don't you lay out what you found?
Very simply, Donald Trump cannot be in any way connected to the Trump Organization and be president of the United States. We start right there. The Trump Organization has connections overseas through business partners who are undisclosed, business partners who are tied to foreign governments, who are tied to foreign criminals, who have interests that run contrary to the interests of American national security. And
you have to be specific
have
here.
A circumstance where Trump is going to have to decide whether he's going to support his business partner who is paying him millions of dollars in Turkey, or whether he is going to go against him so that we can keep the access to the air base there that's part of the campaign against ISIS.
Can you be
we're talking
more
some
specific,
very
Kurt?
high-level issues.
Kurt, can
where
you
there
be
are
more
financial conflict?
Kurt, can you be more specific when you talk about bad actors and who exactly Donald Trump is doing business with?
Well, let's take his partner in Azerbaijan. This is a very easy one. The man is the son of a senior government minister who American intelligence has concluded is laundering money for the Iranian military.
Of course, Eichenwald conveniently fails to mention that as soon as this finding was made, the Trump Organization put the business relationship on indefinite hold.
You know, Donald Trump has tried to do business with Muammar Gaddafi.
I made a lot of money with Gaddafi, if you remember. He came to the country, and he had to make a deal with me because he needed a place to stay, and he paid me a fortune, never got to stay there, and it became sort of a big joke.
Donald Trump has done business with people who their governments are pursuing them criminally. And, you know, you end up in a situation where there are now governments, because of Donald Trump's business dealings in their country, in Turkey, in the UAE, also in a convoluted way in Saudi Arabia, where they say publicly and privately they're not going to work with a Trump administration.
And what about the points?
You know, we're buying a pig in a poke here. We don't know about this guy's health. We don't know about his businesses. This took me an incredible amount of time just to unwind 15 out of 500 partnerships.
I didn't even know who Eichenwald was 3 weeks ago. And now after making 7 videos, I've been driven to information that's led me to believe that he might be behind almost every negative story about Donald Trump. Look, you can go ahead and hate Donald Trump, but this can't be a coincidence. 3 different people who don't know each other, with 3 different gripes about 3 different things I said, have all now presented me with different evidence that all leads back to Eichenwald. How is that possible?